Okay, Jody. Almost done with non-conference. You got kind of like a young team, and then you got grad transfers. Is this sort of similar to how you guys were the first year you were here?
A little bit different. I think our first year, it was new to everybody. It was a lot of instruction, as is this year. But we have half of our team that understands our system, knows our protocols, and how we value chemistry and putting the team first. And so all of that kind of stuff we didn't have to teach. It was something that our returning players did a great job of just investing in the new players and teaching them, what we expect.
Through 11 games, what do you think is just the biggest improvement you've seen from one to now?
For the freshmen, it's just playing at this level and how much urgency you have to have. Every possession, offense and defense combined, everything's just faster, and good teams exploit you when you make mistakes. So we think that our freshmen have just come, leaps and bounds. They're learning how to play at this level. They're playing a lot of minutes with our injuries that we've had. They're in the lineup a lot, and they're doing really well. So it's really great to see their development.
Just what is, obviously, what's sort of the thing you want to focus on improving this last game and then into conference play?
We just like to continue to improve every day. So, there's always something that we're working on. Offensively, we're really working on setting teammates up, moving the ball, just trying to increase our assist margin rather than, having too many shots that are just created off of the dribble. So really just moving the ball, swinging the ball, and doing that with pace. So making sure that the ball gets swung and to the second, third side of the court. And then defensively, we're always trying to improve. We have our strategies, our tendencies, and it's just making sure that those are locked in and that it's second nature, because if you have to think about it, then usually it's too late. And so just trying to get, especially all our new players, to understand all of our defensive concepts.
Had, a variety of teams in non-conference. Just what was that'll, get you ready for conference play? What do you think, what was the biggest thing you got out of the schedule that you were hoping to get out of?
Oh, we definitely played some quality opponents, of our, 10 games, eight games. I think there were 8 teams that made it to one of the 2 NCAA tournaments. And so just playing quality opponents, and like I said earlier, just having to play with urgency, and you have to show up every single possession. They really make you pay if you make mistakes, or if you have too many turnovers, if your defense isn't exactly on point. So I think just that urgency to compete at this level. We played some of the best and top teams in the mid-major, top teams in the nation, and so we're definitely ready.
Probably one of the highlights was probably the Hawaii trip, obviously. What was that experience like?
It was great. Obviously the weather was amazing. That was something nice to see. But just our team being on the road for 5-6 days together, it's a great way to build chemistry, to get to know each other. We had a luau. We were able to learn some of the culture of the Polynesian people, and it was really cool. We learned quite a bit about them and eating the food and all those kinds of things. So, I just love our players getting to, build that chemistry with the different teammates that maybe they don't normally hang out with as much.
Just personally, what was your favorite part?
I'm sorry, I can't hear.
What was your favorite part?
Probably the luau. It was really cool to just learn about the culture and see the, fire throwers and just the different dances. They kind of took us through all the islands and some of the history behind it. So the Hawaiian, islands, but also like New Zealand, and some of the other Polynesian islands. And so it was really cool.
Peyton's been your top scorer this year. You recruited her at Seattle. Have you seen her develop into what you thought she was all those years ago? Or?
Yeah, Peyton's a extreme competitor, and we knew that coming out of high school. It's something that's made her a great player, is she just wants to win every drill, every scrimmage, every game, and so that's something that we love to see. It's one of those intangibles that, as a coach, you can't teach, and you try to find people with that because they're winners, and Peyton's one of those. And then her skill set has improved, and she's continuously worked to get better and better. She's improved her accuracy from the 3-point line. She's more confident there than she was coming out of high school. And so it's, just great to see her develop as a person and as a player.
Well, you're a true freshman, Courtney, leading the team in rebounds. Is that sort of like what did you expect her to make that? Did you anticipate her making that kind of contribution this early, or what was the general, if you had a general idea of what you wanted to do with her?
Yeah, we knew that position was open. That's, we graduated just into Buckley, Gabby Young in that position, and we had, it was wide open, so we knew that we would probably have a freshman fill it. And then Courtney and JC have both done a great job at that spot. Courtney is a rebounder. She that's something that caught our eye when we were recruiting her. She's physically strong and able to play at this level immediately, which is rare as a freshman. And she just has a nose for the ball, and winners rebound, and so we love to have her out there because she tracks it down, offensive, defensive rebounds, and helps us get additional possessions or win the defensive possession.
Obviously not into conference yet. What do you kind of can tell early from what the schedule is going to be like this year? Who are you?
Yeah, Big Sky's brutal. It's a great conference, top to bottom. You never have a day off. You never have a game off. I think that there's a lot of parity. There's a lot of good teams all the way up and down. And so, we'll see each game. We'll prepare as, we always prepare each game as tough as we can, and come out as prepared as we can. But the Big Sky has knocked off some teams. There's some really good records out there, and we're excited to get started.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, go Eagles.